So here we have a Hyundai Ioniq. In this case it's a 2020 electric with the 38 kilowatt hour battery pack. And I bought this car last week, and like a lot of modern cars, they've got painted rear bumpers with no protection. So when stuff's loaded in the back, it's all too easy to scratch the paint on that rear bumper. And this one is exactly that. There was quite a bit of scratching here, which I've already put some paint in. Scratching there and a few little chips there. So what I bought is a plastic protection strip to go along the top of the bumper there, and that's what this video is about, just telling you the options I found and fitting that protection strip. So when it came to protection strips, a lot of them that you find on the internet is just tape, and a lot of them only cover the flat surface here, and they don't roll around to cover the edge, and it's the edge which gets damaged. Some of them do, but I think with those sticky tapes, because they don't protrude around the edge very much, they will probably peel up over time, and it's not a very good job. And in my case, the paint is already damaged, so I didn't want to stick clear tape over here because you're still going to see the damage underneath. So I was looking for something that was rigid, hard plastic, like this plastic here, and I found two products. So I've got the one that I bought here, and this was from Automotiva UK, and this one, I've just got the prices on a bit of paper here. So this one was £37 plus a fiver for delivery, so £42 in total, and here it is, which I'll get out in a minute. The other one I found was from RGM Automotive, and that was £20 more with delivery. That one came out at £62.50. I'll put a picture of it up on the screen. That one looked like it had a better coverage, but for 20 quid more I thought I'll try the cheaper one. So here it is. So in it you get your instructions, but these things just stick down. You do get an alcoholic you do get an alcohol wipe, and here it is. It is quite thin, but it's for all Ioniqs from 2017 onwards. So of course, whether it's a 28 or 38 or the hybrid, they've all got the same rear bumpers, so it will fit all Ioniqs. And you stick it on there, and of course it protects that edge. There is a bit of a lip there, but we'll see what that's like after fitting, because there is tape on that edge, so it is going to protrude a little bit. But anyway, for what I want, that is going to be perfect. It covers that damage there, it covers that damage there, and that's going to make the vehicle look a lot better when I come to sell it in a few months' time. So let's see how we fit this, because it doesn't quite follow the pattern, but it is quite flexible, so that will bend, but it's cut pretty well, but we've got to bend the sides in by about 3mm. So we can't pull all the tapes off and stick it in one go, because wherever this touches the paint, that's stuck. So I'm going to have to sort of hold it, peel the tape and bend that around. So it is a two-handed job, so it's not going to be very easy to hold this camera and do this at the same time. So anyway, the first thing is clean that paintwork up. So we've got a wipe here. So the first thing is get that clean. Not much is coming off because I have just cleaned it with a bag, well, a cloth and some water, but this is going to get rid of any waxes, I assume, if it's got alcohol in. So yeah, that was pretty clean already. So the tape on this, there's quite a bit, all the edges, bit in the middle and the ends. So because this is quite flexible, I'm going to break the tape here, stick half down, and then see if I can pull this tape off afterwards when this side is stuck down, pull it up and then do the other half. Otherwise I'm not going to have enough hands to get that in exactly the right place. Oh, and as far as getting it lined up, there is a little tick here showing the middle position. Unfortunately on the rubber here, there is a join at your latch, and of course your latch is the middle point, so there's no measuring or anything needed. Just line that tick up with the seam in the rubber or the latch, and that's your midway point, so that's nice and easy. So I've got myself a blade, and what I'm going to do is cut the tape there, so we can peel only one side off, like that, and about the same on the other side. I think that's probably a better way of doing it, rather than trying to attempt to do the whole thing in one go. And then we've got to get the tape off here, because if you've done anything with this sort of foam tape before, once that touches the bodywork, that is sticking where it touched. So you've got to be very accurate with it, and trying to get this all down in one go and pushed round on both sides is probably going to be too difficult. So this might be a better way, but I've never fitted one before. That sort of makes sense to me, to not try to attempt all of it in one go. And because this is quite flexible, I can bend it up and stick the other half down when one half is done. Right, so pull those off. What I'm also going to do is, I've got a heat gun here, I'm going to warm that up a little bit, well, get any moisture off, and also warm that glue up, because that just makes the stuff stick even better. And when you've only got one chance of putting this down, do everything you can to make sure it works first time. Right, so here goes, holding this end up, get the middle in place. Okay, that's touched, so that's going to have to stay there, and I'll bend this around like that. Right, I'm not going to push that anymore until I get this end done. So I'm not going to get to those tapes there, but I can pull it from the other end, from this end. So let's just get these small bits off. I'm struggling a bit here because I haven't got my glasses on. Right. Can I get that all off? There we go. And now for this other one. It's probably like watching paint dry, seeing all this on a video, but anyway, there we go. Right, let's just get rid of any moisture on that paintwork and warm up that glue. That will soften the plastic as well. So let's put this side down, pushing that right up to there. Right, there we go. So if you use your boot a lot, or you've got dogs, these things are ideal. I did put one on our BMW i3. Actually, I put one on both of our i3s. A very similar product. That had a very sharp edge that would cut your fingers. It was a bit of a thicker, stiffer plastic than this. But, there, let's get rid of the packaging. Never read that. But yeah, there we go. So, what does that look like when that's shut? Well, that looks pretty good, doesn't it? Looks like it's part of the car. And as for the lip, There's a bit of a lip, but actually it's only the thickness of that tape. It's pretty good. So yeah, I'm quite pleased with that for the money. It's tidied up the bumper, it's got rid of the marks, and of course it's protected it in the future for any other scratches that might happen when stuff's loaded in. So yeah, I'm quite pleased with that. So this one was from Automotiva UK, so I'll put a link to this in the video description below, and that other more expensive one as well. The other one, from the photos, it looked like it was a bit more of a grey colour like that, and they also did different colours. They did a silver, carbon fibre, a gloss back. So at the end of the day, you get what you pay for. And I think the other one was a bit bigger. It possibly went down here a bit further, but to be honest, I don't think you need to go any further round than that. That is protecting that lip, the edge, the angle, and that looks good. So yeah, I'm pleased with that. I've got no affiliation with them. I've bought this, paid for it, and only got it today and fitting it now. So yeah, it does the job. So there we go, that's it for this video. If you found it useful, please do click the thumbs up button, and if you want to know more about the Hyundai Ioniq Electric, I'll put a link to a playlist in the video description below where you can see other videos I've made on the Ioniq Electrics. Okay doke, I'll see you on the next video.